NoJumper, coolest podcast in the world. Today we're here with...
XXXTentacion.
See, I'm making you say your own name because I've been looking at it online for the past few months, and I didn't really know how to say it. But, hey, man, it's nice to have you in the studio.
I appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
And I guess you should, we got NoJumper alumni Craig Zen over here on the left. Maybe you should introduce your homie.
All right, we got Craig Zen, we got Lil Weefy, Lil Buddha Wi-Fi, you feel me? We got Lil
Buddha.
Gabe, Young Dirty Dick on the beat, you feel me? We got Skeet Master, Slunk Guy, we got
Skeet
Bruno
Master,
Dicker,
Slunk
Bruno
Guy.
Dicker down in the corner, you feel me? Then we got Adam from NoJumper.
Adam
We
from
posted.
NoJumper. What's poppin'?
Jewel.
Yeah, we out here. So I guess we should start with the basic information. Where are you from?
I am from, all right, so I got to get in depth. So, all right, how I put it? I was raised borderline like Pompano, but I was born in Plantation Hospital, raised around Pompano area, raised around North Lauderdale and Broward. Like, so Broward County was like where I grew up. So then after a while, like I got kicked out of like a lot of schools. So I ended up going to like Deepside or Lauderhill.
Okay.
And then I lived throughout like Lauderhill for like a lot of my life after
Okay.
I got arrested.
So what kind of environment are these in? And for people who don't know, he's talking about Florida.
Lauderhill is like the hood. Lauderhill is like niggas call it four-way. Like you throw a four-way like this. Like
Well, what's this mean?
it's the four-way. Like it's like
Four-way.
Yeah, four-way. The block.
Deep side.
From the, deep side from the
Okay.
block. Like type shit. Like
Clearly, I'm out of the loop
yeah,
on this.
it's just Broward shit. Like
Yeah.
like bro. Yeah.
How old are you?
I don't say my age.
You don't like to say it?
Yeah, I don't say much about myself because like I feel like everybody tries to judge me as far as knowledge-wise. I feel like the younger you are, or however you say you are, like niggas feel like they have something over you. Feel me? Like I don't let anybody little bro me at that.
Okay.
So I just don't like to speak about my age because people try and use my age to determine my knowledge.
Okay. Lil
So-
bro you. I hear a lot of people say that terminology these days.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, he's trying to lil bro me.
Yeah.
You ever had this happen to you?
Nah, cause like I just fade niggas.
Well, you're a fighter? You've been getting in a lot of fights?
Bro, I've been fighting this since I was a kid.
Fuck.
Come close
Do
to
you,
me.
bro?
He knows. What, he's always been throwing the hands or what?
I mean, I've been there plenty situations and like plenty fights. Like I knew him for 4 years. Yeah, we all know. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So okay, you grew up in the hood
Type shit, yeah.
type shit. All right. And so what kind of upbringing did you have? Like, what's your mom like?
My mom is mean.
Mean.
My mom probably like. My mom's probably the only girl that could beat me up.
Really?
Yeah, probably.
What about Ronda Rousey?
Ronda Rousey? No, I'll throw hands with Ronda Rousey.
Okay. That's good to know.
Ronda Rousey. You can see me with the hands.
Well,
No.
she's coming off of L anyway, so you got an advantage.
Yo, that fight was epic, bro.
That was amazing.
fucking fight was
Fantastic experience, yeah.
All right, my mom.
Quick discussion of women's MMA.
Yo, I love MMA. I've actually met Tyrone
Yeah.
Spong, Rashad Evans,
Nice.
Vitor Belfort.
Yeah.
cool
I love
guys.
MMA too.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so entertaining.
All fucking cool guys.
Yeah.
All right.
So your mom, though?
Yeah, my mom. My how do I put it? My mom is like the spit image of me, but like probably more pretty.
Okay.
She
She doesn't have gold teeth though, right?
Nah, nah. She look key is the reason why I got gold teeth though. Like my mom, when I was a kid, like wanted me to get gold teeth.
She
So-
wanted you to when you were a kid.
Yeah, when I was a kid, she asked me, bro. Like asked me if I want to gold teeth type shit.
What the fuck was wrong? Was it when Paul Wall was on the radio saying grills? Was it really?
Yeah,
Ludicrous.
Nah, cause it's just where I was like Pompano, bro. Like niggas like Kodak, like bro. It was big on grills. Grills was a
Yeah.
thing. Like grills.
To be
has
honest,
been
in
a
the
thing,
South,
you know?
girls is everything. To be honest.
Dead ass, bro. Yeah.
What you need? It's like becoming a man. It's like losing your virginity once you're like 16
Type
or
shit.
so. You
It's
start-
like it's like from boy to thug.
Yeah. That's when you hop off the porch. You start running
Dead
around
ass.
with a bunch of gold teeth.
Dead
Yeah.
ass.
That's
Nah,
tough.
she just
Yeah.
Roll up on a nigga, you just
bring the mic. You're not gonna be able to hear.
and when you see like another nigga like just have gold in their mouth, and you just look at them like, damn, bro, he doing something right with his life.
You do look at them
for real.
different for sure. I think Kodak wears it extremely well because you notice he got his own emoji just.
Yeah, his shits are perms though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
okay.
he's savage with it.
Shout out. Kodak.
That's like the ultimate
Shout out
level is when
Kodak.
you get the permanent
Yeah,
ones,
the
right?
permanent ones where you just permanent thug.
You guys Kodak fans?
I'm a Kodak supporter.
Yeah.
I'm not a very like I can't use the word fan.
Fan for
because
many people.
It's more of like I'm inspired by a lot of people. Like
Right.
I won't go and say like I don't listen to Kodak. I won't go saying like I listen to all these artists.
But we fuck with them.
Yeah, we fuck with
with
them
their
heavy.
sound.
Just to call yourself a fan is like it's a support. Like when I tell my fans if you're gonna be a fan, it's different than being someone that supports me.
Okay.
Because if you're a fan, that means you abide by everything that I believe in, and then that you support what I do to the fullest extent.
Okay.
If you support me, just like, oh, I see that nigga, he's grinding, you feel me, he's doing this thing.
Right.
And I'm gonna support from this distance. But a fan is someone that, like, I feel like you have to be a core fan. Like, I have a cult fan base. I don't have like a weak ass fan base. Like,
Right.
I speak to my fans, I help my fans. Like,
Because
I try and be in depth, you know.
your shit is weird because you have a crazy ass following on social media and stuff, and like it's not like necessarily the craziest like numbers, like 10,000 or whatever. Or how many you on SoundCloud?
SoundCloud, I'm at 18.
18.
18.5.
But like the numbers are retarded because it's like you really seem like, and just the number of people who have asked me to interview you is fucking insane. Like considering that you're like an underground artist, like the number of tweets I had to read about you, man, are like, I don't want kids out there to think that they should tweet at me about their friend 800 times, but it does. Eventually, I notice at some point.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, definitely a fucking cult fan base. Like, I definitely have a fucking cult fan base. I'm gonna take this off.
Not into the headphones?
Yeah, no.
As long as oh, okay. Damn, now look, we can see the man now. Okay. Damn, everything off.
They come out the shirt.
I was trying to hide myself type shit.
Fat Trell over
Every
here.
time, bro.
Well, it's hot too.
We can't go nowhere.
The temperature is 76 degrees in here.
Yeah,
That's solid.
All right, so you feel me? We booted up. I came out the shirt type shit.
Drill music on deck right now.
Let's play some fucking walk.
This looks like drill music. All right. So, okay, we were just talking about your mom a little bit. She's mean. Tell me a little bit else.
All right. I mean, when I grew up with my mom, like, I mean, should I get in depth? Because my mom's the type of like girl, like if I say too much, she'll get hot at me. Because it's still real life. You feel me? Besides,
Yeah.
I
don't know.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Like, if niggas wanna judge me, they wanna judge me. Like, I'll keep it to a minimum. Me and my mom went through it hard. Like, my mom was just in situations where she couldn't take care of me. You feel me? Like, niggas done drive-bys on me when I was like a jit type shit. Like I stabbed my first nigga a bit. Like, I bit out, like, basically a nigga tried to put his hands on my mom type shit.
And
like,
you were how young?
I was like 6.
And you stabbed him.
And
with what?
I bit his flesh out and like grabbed the glass shard and like poked him with it type shit. Like, stabbed him with it. Like,
wow.
When I was like 6, 7. Like, my mom just had me, like, she was in a situation where like she wanted me around, but she couldn't afford to, like, because of shit she was around. She was still growing up. Like, my mom was raised in Jamaica.
But what was she around? Was she around a lot of like drug dealing and crime, or like why is she around motherfuckers that were beating her up and you got to stab them?
She just, to put it in a simpler term, like, my mom wasn't a prostitute or nothing, but like, she just wasn't in a very stable environment because she had no help at that. Like,
right.
My mom just had it hard, bro. Like, honestly. So she, raising a kid, honestly, was on her last priorities. You feel me? So what she did was she passed me from hand to hand to people that could take care of me, And like doing that, like, I was put in situations that weren't the best, but I get what she was doing. So I don't resent her. I would never resent my mom, but like, my mom had it hard. I had it hard. And it's just a very misunderstood. Like, my relationship is still being.
But you're really young to already have that acceptance of like looking at your mom and being like, I understand what you went through, and I know that it was hard, and I can forgive you for whatever I had to go through. But did you feel that way as a kid? Did you understand? Were you angry at her when you were like a little kid getting put in all these crazy situations?
I chased her like, I remember I used to beat niggas at school type shit just to like hear my mom yell at me or talk to me.
What, just because you wanted some attention from her?
I wanted some attention, yeah. Like, I remember I used to go to like fucking Margate Middle. I remember one day like this bitch kept fucking with me. Like, and I don't say hit girls. I know this is not something that, but I'm gonna like keep it 1,000 for me. I don't like to lie. There was like this bitch that kept slapping me at school type shit. So I remember like one day, I was like, all right, obviously it's a girl. She probably likes me or some shit, So I went to my mom and I asked her. I was like, would you get mad if I slapped this bitch? And she was like, well, I didn't say it like that. I was like, would you get mad if like I put my hands on a girl? She's like, always give a girl 3 warnings type shit. So like,
That's what your mom told you?
Yeah, you always give a girl 3 warnings, and if she keeps hitting you, like, obviously she's trying to harm you.
Right.
So if she's trying to harm you, then you go to the extent to where you gotta handle it. So I remember one day this girl and her boyfriend were fucking with me at school, and I was like, cause I was making fun of them, and like I think she slapped me or some shit, and like I slapped the fuck out of her and kneed her. And I remember from after that, like, my mom realized how serious I took her. Like, her word was my bond.
Right.
So like afterwards, like, anything she would say to me, I'd take it to heart. Like, if she would duck me, I'd take it to heart. Like, I remember one time she got mad, like, about some dumb shit and just said a lot of, like, hurtful shit. So, like, everything, like, I mean, to skip to the point, when I was a kid, like, I took everything she said to heart. I took my mom very seriously.
We always forget that, though, that kids take everything that we say completely literally. Because as adults, we are so used to sarcasm and, like, nuance in conversation, you know?
Literally.
But you just, that's crazy. But so, all right, so what kind of kid were you in school? You're acting like you were getting picked on and shit. Were you a little hard ass or were you a little nerd because you're kind of small?
I was a hard ass.
Yeah.
Like, how do I put it?
You were overcompensating?
I was overcompensating. I was all right, how do I put it? I was that kid that didn't say much, but like him not saying much made you want to know what the fuck he was thinking. So I'd be in the cut, and then when I'd say some shit, it'd be some weird shit. Like, I'd say some crazy shit like, oh, I'm going to beat the fuck out of you or some shit. Like, I'd be the kid in the cut to, like, just get off on somebody type shit, and then you wonder why the fuck it happened. So you come to me, and you speak to me, and want to get the inside of everything. Like, I never really spoke. I always acted. I mean, that was always my problem. I always acted before I thought anything through.
Were you, like, getting in trouble all the time, or were you kind of laying low?
I mean, part of, like, I spent a year in jail, bro. Like,
at what point in your life?
When I was like, how old, bro? I met him in fucking jail.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
We met in jail.
What the fuck were you in jail for?
Man, I was in jail for a whole bunch of bullshit. A whole bunch of shit with my life, like selling weed, getting caught, like getting kicked out of school, a whole bunch of crazy shit.
And what did you go in for that time?
Fuck. All right.
A lot of shit.
Armed robbery.
Armed robbery. What was that like?
No, it's gonna keep going.
Okay, yeah.
Armed robbery. And this is not me being cool. This is not me saying this shit is okay.
Well,
we don't condone this shit. I was just fucking up, you know.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
No, if you already went to jail for it, then it doesn't have to be allegedly. Yeah.
Armed robbery, armed burglary,
possession of a firearm,
armed burglary with dwelling, resisting without violence. Grand theft of 3 charges.
Yeah, he got a lot of charges.
Possession of oxycodone.
They was trying to direct filed his ass.
Yeah.
I seen all these charges. Like, I seen it. Like, we went to court.
I had the worst charges in the jail.
The judge read the charges to him, and I'm looking at this nigga like, what the fuck is little nigga did?
I don't even know where to start on that list, though. Like,
and
where should we start? Like, why are you stealing cars? Number one. Why are you selling all these pills?
No, it wasn't even cars. It was the amount of houses I robbed. Like, bro.
This was before face tats.
I was a little nigga, like, I was tiny, like, I had a fucking Wiz Khalifa patch in my head, like, bro. I looked like a little bitch, you feel me?
But you were getting it in.
Yeah, but bro, I was dead ass, like, ask any nigga around me, like, I was a young savage. I was a little savage, like.
Okay, but were you trapping? Like, were you actually making money, or were you like just fucking doing a bunch of crazy ass shit, getting in trouble?
What it was is like, all right, I told my mom like one day, cause like I said, I was always after my mom, like I always wanted her attention. So I told my mom one day, I was like, if you want me to do anything, you need to be around. Because at this time I lived with my grandma. Because she kicked me out. Because basically, like, bro, there's a lot to the story with my mom. Like, my mom is a big part of my life. But I was fucking up. Basically, I got kicked out of middle school. And she put me in a behavioral correctional called Sheridan House. And shouts out to Sheridan House, wonderful. It's called Sheridan House Family Ministries. It's actually located in Broward, near Davie. But wonderful people, like wonderful environment. Like I enjoy what they were teaching me, you know. But
How you get kicked out of middle school?
Yeah, kicked out of middle school. Why? That's a good question. You're right. You're filling in the blanks.
What did I get? All right, there's a list of shit.
You did.
I remember I beat some niggas I beat some niggas and like shouts out to him. I fuck with him now. We're cool now. I think his name's like Marcus or
but
some
he only
shit.
has one eye now?
No. His eye was good, but like I fucked his eye up type shit.
You
and I remember there was
fuck it up again.
Yeah, there was this fat kid in my class that made fun of my mom. I kicked him in his mouth.
Oh, fat kid.
I fought some. I fought some Chico nigga on the bus. Because he said some shit like to my, like when I was in middle school, bro, I was a little pimp. I'm not gonna flag. Like I probably got more bitches than I get now. Like
really,
I'm a loner now.
So
bro.
you were getting pussy from a super young age, or did it take a while for you to start getting buns?
Oh my god, bro. Because I was a pretty young nigga. Like
they
my
love
mom,
a savage, don't
my mom raised me like a little pretty bitch. Like I was pretty. Like I used to wear Aeropostale. Like no, not Aeropostale. No. Let me get right. I used to wear Abercrombie, like Abercrombie and Hollister. You feel me? I was not.
That was like the third wrong version of Abercrombie. Yeah.
Yeah, like. Like it's levels to that shit.
Yeah, it is really. You're also the first person I've ever interviewed who holds the mic like he's performing with both hands.
I don't know, because my
cool,
hands are fidgety, bro. Like,
oh, it's fine. Yeah.
My hands are fucked. Like I fucked them. I broke both of them. Like both of my hands are broken as we speak.
Right. Damn.
So like.
True fact.
Yeah.
True fact.
True fact.
Both your hands are broken from fighting, I'm assuming.
True fact. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Trust me.
So you still are getting it in. Jeez. All right. Let's keep going with where we're at in the story with you.
No games.
Getting kicked out of middle school or whatever.
Shit out of somebody in Texas.
Yo, I did stop a nigga in Texas.
Shout out Wi-Fi's funeral over here with no mics, flexing on the bike. You're gonna be able to see that in the shot a little bit.
Man,
It's
I'm
cool.
gonna tell you like this. This is how it happened. All right, so look, we in the convenience store, right? And there's one little white.
Come closer to the mic, nigga.
A little closer to the mic.
He looked like a little hipster or whatever. And nigga comes up and he's just like, "Fuck everybody in this convenience store." And X is in there. So X was like, "What?" So X literally goes outside and just stares at him. He turns behind and just whops him right in his shit. And white boy turns around. He's just like,
What the fuck, dude?
Like, why'd you do that, man?
Yeah, he was hot.
He just needed one dude. So basically, if somebody's looking for a fight, you like to be the guy to serve them up.
Because it's like why be a fucking prick? Like I'm anything but a fucking prick. Like I do everything with my own motive, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe anybody that can live without motive is literally the most insane person there is. I believe the person who probably plots on murder or plots on doing crazy things is the least crazy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm considered crazy, but I think I'm the least crazy because the man who can just kill a man with no recollection or no thought to it, or just make a crazy decision with no plot behind it is literally fucking crazy.
But so you don't think you're crazy because you?
Because I everything comes with thought.
Okay,
I probably think more than the average human. Like,
So you don't think you could get just driven to doing something really fucked up in the heat of the moment?
I can, but there's always that one thought. As of now, before I was fucking crazy. Like ask him. Like when I can probably. You think I could tell the story about that faggot I beat up?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! In jail? Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
Let's hear this.
All right, so basically they put me in a room. Like, all right, so they put him in a room with this
First
faggot.
they
Right?
put me in the room with this nigga.
So you
Yeah, tell him how they
you
put
mean
you
an
in.
actual gay guy when you say faggot?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Literally.
Oh no, wait. No disrespect to anybody that's homosexual. No, yeah.
But once you try to push it onto me, like it's
Yeah.
a different story.
Here's how
Like,
it's
I'm
Problematic.
Yeah.
Right, faggot's problematic, but trying to rape a heterosexual man also problematic.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
okay.
here's how I put it. You feel me? I like what people like. You feel me? If you like guys, then that's you. You get me? I don't disapprove of it. I approve of it. Like I believe gay marriage should be legal because any man or any woman should be allowed to make the decision they want.
I'm with you,
me?
yeah.
Exactly. I am not homosexual. I am not homophobic. So if a homosexual man is around me, I will not act like a fucking prick. You know, I'm not gonna act like a piece of shit and be like, oh, he's a faggot. I don't want him.
But if he tries to rape you,
But if he tries to rape me, I'm gonna bash his skull.
that to me is where you cross the line.
Exactly.
Yeah. The rape thing. Yeah. Okay.
Feel me? I've got gay friends. I know gay people. In case gay people are cool.
You're in the music industry now. You're gonna meet a lot more. Yeah. There's. They're everywhere. I've heard. I don't know personally, but I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking
So the gay guy in jail.
All right. So basically, they put him in the room. They put him in a room with Ski, and
I got the fuck out of there first quarter. Nigga was sitting in the corner staring at me, right? So I'm like, bro, if you keep staring at me, I'm gonna beat your ass, bro, and I'm gonna get another charge for you. And I really not trying to catch another charge because we in here for some dumb shit. We gonna sit like 6 months, go to a different program for some dumb shit. I'm not trying to.
He's an older guy.
he was a little bit older than us.
Oh no, bro! This nigga said he was from France and he was lying.
He was not.
Like some
he was a
fucking
he was like a
Guido-ass
compulsive liar.
Italian nigga. But yeah, bro. Anyway, so he's sitting in the corner staring at me. So I'm just banging on the door. I'm like, yeah, y'all gotta get me the fuck up out of here. But I just kept banging on that. I kept banging on that shit till they let me out. So they put him in.
In my room. All right, I'm gonna tell you that part. So all right, we're sitting in what's called a horseshoe because it was a tent. It's a young nigga like jail type shit.
Right.
So like we're in a horseshoe. What'd you say?
Y&J.
Y&J. Shouts out to fucking, what is it, Dog Pound? I love that movie, bro.
Right,
Dog Pound is fucking awesome.
Yeah, Dog Pound is lit.
Shout out Soul Plane.
Soul Plane? I fucking hate Soul Plane.
I just saw Soul
I don't
Plane
know
for the
what
first
he
time the
talking
other day.
Yo, it's so fucking
Soul
cliche.
Plane.
No, that shit's cliche as fuck. That shit racist.
The airline's called NWA. That's so funny to me.
Y'all assholes. Fuck that movie.
Soul Plane.
lit.
Yeah.
All
We're
right,
all too hyper. I just drank a bunch of coffee. Yeah.
Yo, I'm off like this Capri Sun, you feel me? Like I'm in here sipping.
Yeah.
Aloe water, you feel me? I'm lit. I got my little iPad on the
No,
side.
this is great. This is an awesome interview already.
I appreciate it,
Yeah,
bro. Thank you.
we're already killing it.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. No, fucking
The gay guy in jail.
The gay guy in jail. That sounds fucking
Bro,
crazy.
all I know is when he came out that room, the gay nigga was bleeding from out the top of his head, bro. And he was just sitting there smiling at me like, I'm looking at this nigga like, damn, bro, already, bro.
What did this guy do to you, and what did you do to him?
All right. There's the fake story, and then there's a real story. So I'll tell you how it began. Like, they kicked him out his room. Like, cause me and him was in the same room type shit, right? And then they made us move because we switched rooms every 2 weeks or was it 2 days?
Every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks we switched rooms.
Every 2
made
weeks
you switch.
Yeah. Every 2 weeks we switched rooms because I was in a room with him and Will, and like my face is like recognition type shit within the jail. Like my face was good because like I was quiet. I'm not a pussy or anything.
You
but
mean face as in like your level of respect?
My level of respect, literally, because like I was such a good I'm a good kid.
Shut up over there.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Keep going.
All right, so basically, like my level of respect for everybody within the jail was like I wasn't a fucking prick. You feel me? Like I wanted everybody to be kosher. I wanted everybody to be calm and like just move as a family type shit. You feel me?
Right.
So I respected the officers. A lot of niggas came in there trying to disrespect the officers. I was never that guy. So they came to me after they kicked him out his room and asked me if they could put him in my room. And I looked at them and I laughed and I was like, y'all can put him in my room, but if he does anything I disapprove of, I'm gonna kill him and I'm not gonna give you any warning. Like, and I said it just like that, and I put it on my life. I said it like that, and they was like, all right, that's fine. As long as he don't touch you, you shouldn't have to put your hands on him. And I was like, all right, that's fine. So they put him in my room. First few days, he was straight. Like, he was cool. He read his books. I stayed in my corner. He did his thing, you feel me? He asked me a few questions. That was fine. Like I said, I'm not homophobic. He did his shit, you feel me?
This is like Brokeback Mountain. I can't wait to find out what happens here.
All right, so
it's just got a bad ending to it.
So he was cool. He was cool the first few days. So I would speak to him. Like I would even help him when people would bully him type shit. Cause like if you a bitch in jail, they beat your ass.
Right.
Yeah. So
Offer it.
Yeah. So fucking. All right. So I remember one day he just got sus. Like he was staring at me type shit. He was staring at me throughout the day and like. Bro, jail makes you crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I was fucking like, ask him. There was days where I'd slam my head on the fucking door for no reason. Like, I just wake up and
just because you want to feel something. What the fuck else are you going to do?
And there's crazy people in there.
Yeah.
We had this one kid that would just sit there and listen to the walls and think he's listening to music. And
Deadass.
You're around so many crazy people.
So many crazy people start to rub off on you, bro. And like, I'm talking about, I had a full. Yo, this is before the fucking buzz cut on the side with the dreads on the top. This is before any face tats. Bro, I had a fucking afro, bro.
We weren't
like,
even
I looked like I
rapping
Am
at the
Sue.
time.
So he
like,
probably wasn't looking at you like you were hard. Is that what you're saying?
Not type
like,
shit. Yeah, he looked at me like oh, this nigga's cool. You feel me? He's probably not the hardest. So he's staring at me type shit. So I'm like, yo, I warned you, and I laugh because that's all I say.
Right.
I laughed and I said I warned you. So I walked out the room to go take my shower, and I came back in, and I was trying to calm down, kind of be kosher. So I turn around and I see this nigga staring at me while I'm putting on my jumpsuit.
You gotta be in a towel.
You gotta be in a towel in front of the nigga. You have to get naked in front of your friends type shit. So that's why it's better to be in a room with your niggas you fuck with. You feel me? Because if you get a weirdo, it's uncomfortable. Yeah. So I go in the corner by the toilet type shit and tie on my jumpsuit, and I don't put it on all the way. I tie it around my waist, and I start beating his face in. Do you want me to be graphic with it? I grabbed his face and I put it on the corner type shit, because we have these like metal slabs type. Well, not metal, it's like concrete, right? Concrete. Yeah. It's like concrete slabs like for beds, and then there's like a styrofoam shit on top of it. So I pulled off the styrofoam type shit and I threw his head on the corner and I just started stumping and his jaw in type shit. And then as soon as I did that, I remember I just put his head on the corner and I started stomping on him. And then when I did that, I tried to strangle him. I was, and long story short, I was gonna kill him type shit. Because of what he did, I
just felt that,
he was just staring, bro. I was naked, bro. He was staring at me. You feel me? So I started I'm strangling him, and he's leaking type shit. And I'm strangling him so he doesn't scream. So I'm strangling him, and I'm about to kill this nigga. You feel me? Right. And then luckily, because I wouldn't be here today, I wouldn't be speaking to you. I wouldn't be as far as I was. You feel me? I wouldn't be successful. Luckily, a guard came over and saw that I was standing over his bed, but he didn't see what I was doing. You feel me? So, amidst the luck, I'm strangling this nigga. You feel me? I'm trying to keep him quiet. Amidst his luck, this nigga screams out, and he hears him. So I got his blood all over my hands. You feel me? All over my chest, literally. Yeah, right. So and don't think I'm trying to be cliche or a fucking weirdo when I say this, but I was going crazy.
Yeah.
I smear his blood on my face, on my hands. I got it like in my nails. Like, oh, bro, I have it all over me. You feel me?
War paint. That's tight.
Type shit. Like I was going fucking crazy. So I walk, like they open it and they see that obviously because he screamed, they open it, they pull me off. So then I go out and I said, I told y'all I would kill him. I told y'all. And the thing was, like, they respected that, you feel me? Because, like, I told them what I was going to do. Like, it's not like...
You're saying the cops respect, or the
no,
guards respected
the guards
it.
respected it because, like, they put me in a room with someone that made me uncomfortable, and I said that was perfectly fine, you feel me? Well, not necessarily uncomfortable, but they put me in a room with a risk.
Right.
Because nobody else wanted to be in a room with him, so they put me in a room with him.
Don't they normally put the gay guys in, like, protective custody or whatever? They just didn't do this here?
There is no protective custody.
There is.
There's only the
But you
hole.
sleep on the floor, like in the...
Oh, yeah, he ended up in protective.
In
Yeah,
the-
he did.
yeah.
He ended up in protective custody.
So you didn't actually get in trouble for doing this to him?
No, because he finessed it.
I finessed it, but I did get in trouble the first day. So what happened was, after I did that, like I said, the guards really, I'm not gonna say no names because I'm not a snitch, you feel me? But like the guards really fucked with me. So they told me go to the bathroom, wash the blood off your hands, and bro, I swear, yeah, it was, in my face. He said, I swear to God when I say this, he told me take it off my hands, and my mom is in the visitation. Go see my mom. I went to visitation with blood on my fingernails. My mom saw the blood in my fingernails and asked me, "What did you do?" She looked at me and asked me, "What did you do?" Because I just had this smug, like empty look on my face, and I was like, this nigga, like, there's some gay shit. So I had to beat, like, I cracked his head open type shit.
Yeah.
And I said it just like that, and my mom starts crying. Like, my mom's crying and just like is telling me, like, you don't realize that if you fuck up in here, they could. Because they were trying to direct file me. They wanted me in prison for like 5 to 10 years.
For that?
For the gun charges.
You were already on,
Bro, I had on top of an armed burglary, on top of a possession, I had like hollow tips in my bullets type shit. I had a gun I wasn't supposed to have at that.
Right.
I was just fucking up, you feel me, with all those charges. So at anything, if I fucked up in there, they could easily direct file me.
Right.
So she said that, but basically what I did was I finessed it. No homo when I say this, but I said the nigga tried to grab my ass.
Right.
That's what I told to the guards because he was gay, obviously, so it would work in my favor. So I told him that he tried to grab my ass, so I beat his ass, long story short. So what they did was they cut my visitation short. Literally, as soon as my mom says, "Don't you know that they can take you away?"
They rush in and grab you?
Rushed. Cliche as fuck, but they rushed in, grabbed me, and they took me to what is the hole.
Yeah.
And the hole is where you're by your fucking self. You have no mat. It's just a concrete slab. And
that shit feels smaller than all the regular cells. It makes you go crazy, literally. Bro.
Yes,
You're just sitting there, feel like the walls get smaller, bro.
Nothing, bro. Nothing in there.
How long were you in there for? You don't even know?
It was the rest of the day, right?
Yeah, it was
they
the rest
kept
of
me
the
in there
day.
for,
That shit could make you
because
go crazy, though.
I put him in the ER, so they had to keep me in there for like the rest of the day type shit. But like the guards looked out for me afterwards. But not fucking
But you say that you don't think you're crazy and you think that you can act, like...
No, I was crazy
You think
back
when you act... Oh, you were crazy back then.
I was batshit. That's this nigga. Till recently, I was fucking crazy.
Were you on
Bat
drugs
shit
or were you just
I
a little kid going
I was on a
crazy?
mixture of
Very
fucking
recent,
testosterone.
A lot of
aggression. I was on drugs. I was just fucking
Hey,
wild.
but you were fire when you were on drugs.
Fuck yeah, my music was
It was lit, though.
Let's talk about
spaced.
drugs.
Still
What kind of
lit.
drugs were you on? And were you on drugs in jail when you're choking out gay guys?
Low key.
Low-key?
Choking out gay guys. I mean, me and this nigga like snorted ibuprofens. Like we snuck ibuprofens under our tongue. Brought 'em-
shit.
Yo, bro,
When I
we
was
was
taking
craving
drugs,
for
I
a
wasn't
fix, bro.
taking
Like,
ibuprofen.
bro, you try being in that shit for a whole fucking month.
We was in there for a month, bro, dealing with some dumbass niggas just trying to fight for
Just
no
trying to fight
reason,
for no
crazy
reason.
ass niggas.
Bro,
Dudes will never get out,
so he's like,
yeah.
fuck this. We're trying to get high. You feel me? So like, we told him, we got headaches type shit. So he got ibuprofens. I got ibuprofens. Snuck them under our tongue. Went back. Crushed that shit up. We used to sneak papers from like the fucking portables type shit. So like, we brought him back to the fucking.
You weren't able to get real drugs in jail, though?
No. Not
This
at
is
all.
where we first formatted us saying that we were gonna do music together.
Really?
Yeah.
You weren't making music before jail?
I was.
He
I
was.
was.
Okay. A
I
little
was.
bit or what?
You want me to just tell the story
Yeah,
about?
let's talk about the music shit, too, not just
how
the
it started.
brutal assaults.
All right. So